I recently got to eat too much food in Waterloo. Have you ever been to Waterloo?
Yep.
The one near here, not like,
Yeah.
not where Napoleon had his fight, I mean.
Down the street, that one?
That way.
Yeah.
We went, because I have a friend who was singing at a pub, and we figured, oh, Waterloo, cool, you know, Lowrie University, it'll be a fun night. But I didn't take into account all the things that were involved, because she had the day off. Well, I had the day off, she had to work. And on my days off, I eat as many carbohydrates as I can and try to watch as many cartoons as I can. That's it. That's it. So I dropped her off at work and I had McDonald's coupons. So it was like, 2 can eat for $5.99. I was like, I'll have lunch and breakfast. That's awesome. But I went there and I got my 2 little sandwiches and 2 little drinks and 2 little bread puck things. And then I went home and I'm like, I'll eat one now, I'll eat one later, 2 meals. But I didn't, I just ate them all.
Yeah.
And, because they're little, it's like a sandwich but smaller. And then I ate that and I fell asleep watching cartoons. And then I woke up in the afternoon and I'm like, all I did all morning was eat McDonald's and drive my wife to work. That's pretty sad. So I gotta do something, so I decided to clean the fridge. I'm like, oh, that's nice, right? But all I did was just eat stuff. Then I was like, ooh, ooh, Chinese rice, still good. So then I had a belly full of 2 breakfasts, expired rice. And then she got off work, and we were like, well, what do we do? The show's at 8:30, it's 5:30. Let's just go. Because Waterloo's a happening town, it's a college town. We'll just hang out. We'll hang out. There'll be tons of stuff to do. And there probably is a lot of stuff to do. But not in the part of Waterloo where the show was. There was one pub, a cash place where you cash checks, and then like places to eat. That was it. On the whole street, there was one bookstore, and I checked its store hours. It was open from 10 till 2. So I'm convinced they're selling drugs. There's no way you can stay. How can a business survive staying open 4 hours a day?
I'm not sure.
They're totally selling drugs.
Did you report it?
Who am I gonna? It's Waterloo. They're all on the pot.
Literally.
Literally. So we got there and she's like, well, I haven't eaten all day. And I'm like, well, I'm full. I've had 2 or 3 days worth of food. She's like, well, I haven't eaten at all, so how about we eat? And we went to a sandwich place called, we didn't go to like the brand name places. We went to like the cool, like this is what the cool kids eat. They got newspapers and stuff, so I don't remember the place. It was like sandwiches for
It was
something.
like some dude and another dude or something.
There was at least 2 names on the sign. So we went in, and then she ordered a burger, and that's it. I'm like, no fries? No. I just want a burger. She goes, what are you gonna get? I'm like, I'm good, I'm stuffed. She goes, we'll get something, so I'm not eating by myself like a indigenous person. And so I go, fine, I'll have a turkey wrap and poutine. But I ordered it, I didn't even think about it, and as soon as I ordered it, my stomach started making sounds like, don't eat, you fat bastard, stop putting things in me. But I ordered a wrap and poutine, so we sat down, she took 2 bites of her burger and went, ugh, you eat it. I'm like, what? I didn't want to eat at all. She's like, that's gross. Give me your poutine. So she took my poutine. I'm like, oh, I messed out of my poutine. And the whole time my stomach's going, but it's not hungry sounds. It's like, stop eating. You're going to shit yourself in public, you fat, gross man. So I ate her burger. And then she goes, I'm thirsty. This poutine's so dry. So I said, I'll get you a drink. And I bought her a can of Coke, and I bought myself a 2-liter thing of juice. Again, stupid. I'm just piling things on. So I bring her the Coke. She eats the poutine. She takes 2 sips of her Coke, and she goes, ugh. I'm like, what the? I just buy you that. She's like, you drink it. So I'm like, but I'm full. I don't want, so I drank it. I ate the burger, I ate the turkey wrap, and then she's like, well, let's just walk around. But I start walking around, my belly going, so I'm like, okay, I gotta sit down or it's gonna get ugly. And there was a soccer game going on at the Lowrie place, and it was the girls' team against some other girls' team. And women playing soccer is so hot, because every time they kick it, they go, ugh! So it's just,
They turn into James Brown.
And so it was just women in shorts with ponytails grunting, which for me was like, you know, what God did I please? This is amazing. And then she's like, I don't want to watch this ever. Can we go do something else? And I'm like, I'm afraid to move because I'm going to poo myself. So I go, let's just wait till the game's done. She's like, no, the show's going to start soon. So we walked down the street, and I walked past this place that had the college newspapers. Because I'm a reader, I like to read every day, so I picked up a few college newspapers. And we got to the pub, and they're like, we can't let you in because they're just doing sound check. I'm like, oh, I gotta do something. I gotta, can I use your washroom? And he's like, soon, we'll let you in soon. So they let in the parents of the musicians playing, which I thought was rude, because it's like, I'm a customer. They're just here to, way to go, son. But, so we're standing outside, and I really have to go to the bathroom, and I'm not cool about it at all. I'm just clenching. So I waited for the guy to leave, and then I went upstairs to their office. Like, not down to the bar where in the pub. I went up to where their offices were, and I'm like, haha, revenge shit. This is the best poop ever. I get into the little room, and I got my newspaper, and I go to sit down, but because I'm in a college town, I'm extra worried. So, because there was no toilet paper in the room. It was a huge bathroom with no toilet paper, but you know when you get there, it's like, this is happening now. Like, you don't have to sit down, but this is happening. So I had to stand like a tripod above the toilet, because it's a college town, and a lot of people think college girls, yay, fun. I just think, I'm gonna get 7 different types of herpes. I'm gonna get, like, the toilet bowl was just an open sore, and I'm not making contact. And I have to make the toilet seat, you know when you take toilet paper and you lay it around the seat, I have to do that, and I couldn't. So I just stood above it like a tripod, like this, and just release, clench. Release, clench, trying not to make too much of a splash. And after about 10 minutes, I was done, but I didn't have any paper. All I had was the newspaper. And newspaper as toilet paper is terrible. So I was like, okay, well, I still want to read the newspaper. So I went to the sports section, and there was an article on the girls' soccer team called Behind the Mask. I'm like, they don't wear masks in soccer. Down you go. And use that. But it made my butt so itchy. I was so uncomfortable the rest of the night. And then the show was fine. There was 3 musicians. The first guy was good, and then the second guy kind of sounded like Ben Folds 5. But the last guy sounded like Jack Johnson. I don't know if you know who Jack Johnson is. He was a surfer who became a singer, and all of his songs are kind of breathy. He's like, every song is like, yeah, get up in the morning, and my baby's smiling. I fucking hate Jack Johnson with everything, with every fiber of my, because every one of his songs is, everything's gonna work out, and love is good. Fuck you, it's not. Like, I'm not saying every song has to be a downer, but he's so happy, it's repugnant. It's disgusting how satisfied with life he is. And this headliner guy, he sounded like this, yeah, and everything's awesome, and shut up. But the best part of the night was, one of the last songs he played was a ballad. So it's like, oh darling, you like the moon in the sunshine, or whatever. And there was these 3 girls that came in who looked like they were extras from Jersey Shore. They had the big hair, big makeup, and they were drunk as hell. So the crowd's like, the women at the show loved the show. Like, everybody loved the show, and everybody's hanging on his every word. And then these 3 drunk girls come in and they go, a cover? For what? For this? Ugh! And then they laugh. And I had to use every muscle in my body to not laugh. I'm like, that's amazing. It was funny. So when you go to Waterloo, bring your own toilet paper.
Or just don't eat before you go.
Don't eat 4 meals and then walk around town for half an hour.